And hello, all of my fellow nerds out there. This is Oracle Nerd Richie, and welcome back to Tattoos and Tulips. We arrived here on chapter 16. We covered chapters 14 and 15 in the last chapter, I believe, and we're going to be continuing off at chapter 16. Also, I nearly forgot to turn my fan on here. I need a bit of white noise in the background at the very least. At some point, I'm probably gonna have to clean that fan off though. But anyways, let's continue on with the story. Oh yeah, we're at Shay's birthday, right? I'm feeling lots of things, but I have to play the role of a happy boyfriend. I mean, Shay said he was just in an odd mood, so we can work past that. I give him a hug.
Happy birthday, Shay.
He hugs me back.
I wasn't expecting this.
I look up at him, laughing before letting him go.
I hope not. Would defeat the point of a surprise party if you had.
She takes the words right out of my mouth.
Honestly, I thought Chris would spill the beans.
Hey, I can keep a secret better than you can.
She is a huge gossip.
Even you, Rain? Oh, I thought you were on my side.
I'm on the side of truth.
Funny. I never hear you complaining when I dish out all the dirt.
Rain looks away. What happened to being able to take the side of truth? Things seem to be normal at least. Shay's laughing along with us. Oh man, I'm so relieved.
Bea can keep a secret if she has to. But when it comes to coworker drama, it's like she's on an episode of Buddies.
You remember that show? Gosh, I actually don't really... Wait, is Buddies like an actual TV show? I don't think it is.
Yeah, we still watch it all the time.
Does that mean I'm Veronica? In that case, where's my Sandler?
Oh, wait, Sandler as in like Adam Sandler? Sorry, I don't know. I look at Rain instinctively. They don't see me looking at them because they're too busy staring down at their platform boots, which are too cool for someone like me to ever imagine wearing. Like they were the most interesting thing in the world. I'd like to make it my goal to get those two idiots together. Bea and Rain? I mean, yeah, I can see them being together. I can kind of see it. It's the least I could do for Bea after all she's done for Shay and I. Shay starts to mingle, thanking everyone right now he's talking to Granny. I can't hear what they're talking about over the music and chatter, but just watching them speak so casually, like they've known each other forever, fills my heart with warmth. She even grabs his face. He's nodding in her grasp, and I can't help but chuckle. He looks like a little kid. A very tall, very muscular, very edgy kid. He eventually makes his way back to me with Hugh and Zoe.
You guys went full spy movie.
Oh, talking to Hugh and Zoe, my bad.
We had faces and all.
Even you, Chris? I didn't think you were the sneaky type.
There's a lot you have yet to learn about me, Mr. Valle.
Valle? That's how you pronounce it. I thought it was Vale. Valet. Or Valet, but no, it's Valle. That's interesting. He cocks an eyebrow at that, the corner of his mouth along with it.
Get a room, you two.
That's rich. Coming from you.
She rolls her eyes playfully, but Hugh and her do separate from us, giving us some alone. Separate from us, giving us some alone time.
This is seriously awesome. I don't really care about birthdays and stuff. Honestly, I'd be enjoying it more if it was someone else's.
Why is that? Is it because you didn't celebrate as a kid?
Yeah, probably. Wait, how did you know that?
Bea told me. I didn't even know your birthday was coming up. If it weren't for her, then I couldn't have done anything.
Why didn't you tell me?
He shrugs.
It wasn't important.
No, it definitely is. Maybe not to him, but everyone here wanted to throw him a party because he deserves it.
Would you be content if I never told you it was my birthday?
Well, no.
Then why didn't you tell me? We're a couple, right?
He gives me a look. Yeah, obviously.
Look, my bad. I guess you feel pretty bad right now if it weren't for me. I should have told you. I'm not really being the best boyfriend, am I?
No? I mean, I think you are. I don't want to disappoint you.
Aww.
Impossible.
Is it? Really? What about this morning then? Chris? It's done and over with. Don't say it. Actually, matter of fact, don't even think about it. Bury it. Pretend it doesn't exist. Shane is having a good time right now. That's all that matters. That flower thing. He points over to the table filled with presents. The floral arrangement? Yeah, you and Granny made that? I know I have pride. You're so talented. Thank you. It's not exactly how I pictured it, but stop. It's great. Really. But isn't it going to die soon? I don't want to grow attached to something that just for it to die in a week. Nah, I use synthetic flowers this time. I don't really like them, but I wanted you to have it permanently. Or at least longer than actual floral arrangements. You're too good to me. All of you guys, I appreciate everything. I didn't know what to say when I walked in. I was just pissed when I thought I left the door unlocked. But it was you all along. I did think it was a bit strange you wanted to hang out here today, but I was also happy. I was hoping you wouldn't get suspicious. I had to play every trick I had up my sleeve. He gives me a look, a flash of something reminiscent of this morning. Right in the midst of things starting to feel normal as well. What's wrong? Nothing. I'm going to get a drink. You want anything? I knew something is up, but I don't ask. But I don't want to ask. Water is fine. I'll be back. Oof, they're going through a tough time, I can see. What? What was that? What's going on? I can't be imagining it. Every time I think it's gone away, it keeps popping its ugly head. This doubt, this uncertainty, this hadn't existed until today. Why? What's changed? I don't want to keep mulling it over. I should just wait until the party is over to talk about it. It seemed like my best bet. Alright, commence phase 4. There was never a phase 4 for our plan, but I'm adding one now. Phase 4, make sure Shay enjoys his day, then sit down and sort out all this weirdness. He brings back my water and I try to integrate him back with the others. Everyone's chatting, mingling, dancing, eating. It's not long before we all will hear a faint rumbling of thunder. None of us should be surprised it's summer now. We have more of this to look forward to. Just glad we didn't plan an outdoor birthday party. Chris, is it okay if we start cutting the cake? Working responds, shakes McKinnon's way over to the table.
Red velvet. Guys, you shouldn't have.
I completely forgot it was red velvet. Don't thank us. Chris made it. Shay catches my eyes and drops it just as quickly. Thanks again.
You don't have to thank me.
I got candles!
Just 2 of them, a 2 and a 4. She places and lights them. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Oh, it's everyone singing happy birthday. Okay, I'm not gonna sing because I can't sing for the life of me. He blows out the candles easily, and we all clap and cheer. Zoe is already picking the candles out and starting to cut the cake. More thunder. This time more prevalent, and we all make eyes at each other. Hopefully the power doesn't go out. When the crowd settled a bit, and Zoe goes to cut the first slice for Shay, as is customary, his eyes are locked on the door behind us. Our backs all face the door. So I never even noticed, but in the commotion of the singing and cheering, I didn't hear anyone walk in.
Shay, what piece do you want?
He doesn't respond. I figured he just didn't hear her over the party attendees. When she asks again and he still doesn't respond, she follows his eyes. The rest of us all do the same. Wait, memory's coming back to me. Is it who I think it is? Is it the person they were talking about before? Shay, my boy? Oh, whoa! Who is this? Standing there right at the entrance is someone who wasn't here before. They didn't help plan or clean or set up. It's a man I've never seen. Is that who I think it is? I'm getting this awkward feeling I might know who that is. I can take a wild guess. Once all our eyes are on him, he waves meekly.
Eli? Oh my god.
That's Eli! Wait a second. That's Eli? That's Shay's ex? She runs up to him. Eli, I know that name, and I do all too well. Dawns on me. This is him. Shay's ex. Oh shit. Oh god, drama's rising. I checked for his expression and he's still stiff, shuffling in place.
My bad, everyone. I didn't mean to interrupt the party.
No. Well,
She looks at me, silently asking what to do. I didn't even blink.
the more the merrier.
Shay rose the back of his neck.
Yeah. Of course. Long time no see.
Eli looks down at his feet before responding.
Yeah, it really has.
Shay finally moves in the spot and approaches me. It's like that I realized I was frozen in place. In Shay's presence, I thought, but only a little.
I didn't expect him to show up today.
I guess it makes sense he would. I mean, it's your birthday.
Shay nods. I mean, sure, but like, I need to talk to him. Now? During your party? I ask him without saying anything. Shay answers.
I know, but I might not get another chance, Chris.
I guess that is true. In order for us to have a real shot at moving forward, he needs closure. Can't deny him that.
Yeah, I get it. Take your time.
He beams at me, grabbing my hand and squeezing. His smile, there it is. Oh, the things I do to catch a glimpse of it.
Thanks. I'll try not to be long.
I only nod, watching him as he approaches Eli, who up to this point was chatting with B. They exchange some words and break away from the group. B makes a beeline, or rather a B-line, right up for me. I was just about to make that joke, game. Stop predicting me. Stop. I'm not predictable. You're predictable. Zoe, Hugh, and Ray in tow.
They went to go talk things over.
I know.
Who was that?
Eli, he's Shay and I's friend from high school, and Shay's ex.
Chris? Are you alright?
I mean, I'm as good as I could possibly be under these circumstances. I don't know how Eli managed to pick the worst day to talk to Shay. I guess honestly any day would be tough for me, but when all these doubts and uncertainties accompany it, no one needs to know about this weirdness between Shay and I. It's a weird patch. Everyone has those. Hell, B and I had times where things were uncomfortable and strange. Yeah, this is normal.
I'm good. It's important they are able to talk things out.
That's mature of you. I'm impressed.
Hugh passed me on the back.
Well, you're a better man than me, Chris. If Zoe's ex showed up out of nowhere unannounced, I'd be knocked.
When he says that, I realize I could be confiding in them right now, instead of putting on this brave face, but I'd already put it on. I have to see it through. It really isn't the biggest deal in the world. This is bound to happen eventually. That was Shay's first love, among other things. He didn't want them split up. Eli did. I hope that hasn't changed. If, for example, Eli may have made a mistake, and let's not mince words, he did make several mistakes, like dumping Shay. Someone who is so effortlessly wonderful. Would it be easy for him to just say he made a mistake and the two reconcile? Where would that leave me? After all of this. When I didn't even get a real chance, how unfair would that be?
Chris? You sure you're alright?
I'm fine. God.
Oh gosh. Everyone stares at me silently, and I take a deep breath before storming off. So much for Mr. Cool and Collected.
I need a drink.
I break away before anyone can protest or ask me anything else. I need to isolate myself, cool my head, before I lose it. Should I even be irritated right now? I was the one who gave him permission to go. If he and I want to be anything, then Shay has to be rid of all doubts. I grab my water and make my way to the restroom. It's the closest to some alone time I'm going to get. Then a thought springs to the surface. Should I listen in? I feel guilty just thinking about it. Chris, it's a private conversation. You can't just listen in. Is what I would normally say, but he's my boyfriend. How much privacy does he need? I mean, he's going to tell me about their conversation later anyway. If I was in his shoes, I'd tell him everything. That thought seems to seal the deal. I try to recall where I saw them wander off to. I know immediately. Shay's office is just downstairs. This same hall. I've only been there a handful of times, mostly to make out during work hours, but it was where Shay was able to talk to his apprentices and stuff without any patrons overhearing. I enter the bathroom, checking my surroundings, praying no one will come this way. Moving my way down the hall, I see a crack in the door. Normally it's just closed. Chris, I don't think this is a good idea, buddy. I don't think you should be looking at all. Like, eavesdropping your conversation of your significant other with somebody else is just, it's kind of wrong, honestly. Confirms my theory. They're definitely in there. I guess they could just mingle here in the hallway with the amount of traffic coming through. Thanks to the bathroom, so I can listen in on them without them seeing me if I'm careful. I make my way to the opposing wall where the hinge of the door is. It's too risky to look through the crack of the door. I was careful I could not only hear but watch their conversation. Doesn't have to be long, just enough to hear enough. I need something to put out my heart at ease. It hasn't been able to rest all day. I managed to approach the door hinge and get a peek. I can't make out. There is colors and movement. Shay's voice? But it's very muffled. I don't even hear Eli's very well either. Am I whispering? I strain my ears, pressing close enough to hear something, anything. No matter how big, no matter how small. If it's boring, incoherent, or depressing, I manage to hear Shay talking. Which is so important to me. You always have been. And that hasn't changed. When I thought I had lost you, my whole world came tumbling down. Seeing you again after so long makes me really happy. I missed you. He doesn't stop there. I want us to... There's movements. Then... Oh! I don't remember the next few moments. Before I know that the door was wide open and the two were entangled together. Like pulling each other, faces buried in each other's shoulders. Eli's head moves to the side of the door opening and catches my eyes. And if the look of terror on his face is any indication, I was right for the showing up what I had. I don't need to see anymore. My veins are on fire. Chris, no. Many people have already made this mistake. It's not what you think, dude. Stop it. Like this kind of thing in stories really irks me. Like I just wish there would just be one person who was sensible, and it's just they were misunderstanding it. They were like, come on, man. Like I like romance stories, but this is one of the cliches that needs to stop. It just has to stop. Please. I know this feeling. It's suffocating, blinding. I see red in its place. Shane ties his hands to me in line to approach me. Chris. I make sure to stop immediately. That voice, that face, that touch, also comforting once before made me sick to my stomach.
My name out of your mouth.
Okay, bad time to say this, but is that a reference to Will Smith? Don't you dare reference Will Smith at a time like this. Flinches. I feel satisfied, if nothing else. I wanted to feel a fraction of his agony and engulfed him.
Don't ever speak to me again. You are dead to me. You hear me?
I'm shouting, and I don't care who hears. I hear footsteps behind me. Then a hand on my shoulder, but I shrug it off, still looking at Shay, making sure he can see the tears that spill from my eyes. I want my words to haunt him.
Happy fucking birthday, I guess.
I spit. He has the audacity to open his mouth to attempt to say something, but I'm quick to shut him down before he gets the opportunity. I know the excuses, I've heard them all before. Nothing he says was worth listening to. I've heard enough. I should have known better. I knew better. He managed to talk me out of it. And for what? Dug me out just to bury me even further down? I deserve this. If I just kept my distance. If we just stayed friends. No, I could never be friends with such a monster. A wolf in sheep's clothing. How long would it have taken me to find out? Had I not gone against my better judgment and eavesdropped? You shouldn't have gone against your better judgment. You literally should have just stayed at the party, you absolute Nimrod. Why do humans do this? Like, come on. Even I'm not that stupid. All of a sudden, I don't like Chris. Huh. Something happens to fools like me. I should have seen the signs. Even if they were too difficult to spot, I should have gone with my gut. No one gets to tell me how I should feel. I'm unlucky in love. It's a fact, a truth I can't escape. I'll never be one of the lucky ones. Whatever we have is a facade. I don't want the illusions. I'll stick with my mundane, lonely existence. Even that is better than whatever this is. Chapter 17. Be still my bleeding heart. Tomorrow it may rain, so I'll follow the sun. The Beatles. I turn on my heel and push past everyone. Luckily, no one makes a move to stop me. I push the door open with unbridled force. I'm sprinting before I know it. Looks pretty clear for a rainy day. I pass my own shop only moments later. I don't know where I'm going. It doesn't matter. I want to disappear. It's already raining and I don't care. I hope I'm swept away by a storm. Chris! Stop. Despite gaining so much distance, he's already gaining on me. I mean, he's a... Well, I shouldn't be surprised. He probably runs far more than I do. I mean, duh. He's fit. I'm pretty sure he could run much faster than you. If I can't outrun him, then I'll have him running back home with his tail between his legs. It was fight or flight. I choose flight, and he'd give me no other choice. What did I say? Keep my name out of your mouth, asshole. He doesn't stop, though. Chris, please, you need to listen to me. I really don't. Go run back to your boyfriend. Chris, you're my boyfriend. Please listen to me. No, not after you pulled that shit. I stand in the middle of the street, keeping a healthy distance from him. I don't want to listen. Done. If I didn't already make it clear, I want nothing to do with you. You want nothing to do with me, even if I didn't do anything? That's what I hate. You, even when you bastards are caught red-handed, you still resort to lying. I have eyes. I know what I saw. I know what I heard. Pouring your heart out, I miss you and all that shit. How much did you hear? Enough. I heard enough. It's pointless. I'm leaving. If you continue to follow me out, I don't want to get him arrested or anything. I want to forget he ever existed. Just go away. I make a move to leave. He catches my hand.
Let go of me!
Chris, you have to listen to me.
Stop saying that! Then listen, damn it!
Despite my fervor before, I turned to stone at his tone. Oh, that actually sounds like the name of a song. Stone at his tone. Like, so someone can someone actually make that into a song, please? Please? I've never heard him yell before.
What you think you heard, or what you think you saw, you're misunderstanding.
I start to speak.
Chris, if what we had was real, even a little bit, you want to hear what I have to say.
Exactly. Like, this is why you should listen to people for what they need to say, okay? Don't fucking assume. Like, jeez, I always hated in romance dramas when they do that shit. Like, it annoys the hell out of me and I hate it. I don't watch romance dramas, but my god would it annoy me. I want to be stubborn. Every fiber of my being tells me to just run off now. But I've always been a fool. There's really no hope for me.
If I say my piece, and you still decide you'll never want to see me again, then I won't stop you. I swear.
But I've never given you a reason to distrust me. Have I? I don't respond.
Have I ever given you a reason to distrust me?
I look away from his eyes. They're too intense. I can't stomach it.
Until today, no.
Then hear me out, please.
Despite everything, I stand there hearing him out as the rain continues to pour down. I did miss Eli. Does that mean I want to get back together with him? No, it doesn't. Not anymore, not even a little. You said your world came tumbling down when he left. Yeah, none of that is a lie. I told you just how I felt, how much it sucked when he broke up with me. I didn't get out of bed for literal weeks. I barely worked, ate, or slept. And why did you say you were so relieved to see him? Because he's still an important person to me, Chris. He's still my friend. He never did anything for me to warrant hating him, or wishing I'd never see him again. I will never not feel that way towards him. If we're together, you have to accept that. You said you wanted to... something. I wanted us to be friends. If such a thing was possible. That the hug was friendly? Absolutely. You see, Chris, this is what you shouldn't assume. Like, it pisses me off that people in like romance dramas do this kind of shit. Like, listen to the other person's story first. Granted, I was emotional. I told him everything. How I handled the breakup, how B had to help me get back on my feet, and how he choked. His voice breaks up, but he doesn't stop. And how that led me to you. She told me to practice sketching in the flower shop. I didn't want to. I mean, references exist, but she knew it would be good for me to socialize and get some fresh air. The second I got there, seeing how beautiful the shop was at sunset, then you spoke to me, you were immediately sick of me. A normal person who would have taken the hint and got lost, but I was relieved. What do you mean? No pitying glances, no faint friendly gestures, no forcing me out of my shell. I could sulk and you wouldn't care. You didn't ask me invasive questions because you didn't care. I found myself wanting to talk to you, just to hear what you say. We had such an awful day. All day the day we met, it felt like someone completely understood me without knowing. But I was wrong. You knew exactly what I felt. I saw your text, the way you reacted at your sight of an I miss you. I just, for whatever reason, really felt like you and I weren't all that different. Just a broken-hearted person lashing out at the world because we were denied a single greatest thing in the world. I could talk to you about anything and you could just get it. B is a wonderful person. She told me all sorts of things about you. But she wasn't very accurate. She described you as friendly, goofy, laid back, all these things she thought I was looking for it in someone, and yeah, those are all great things, but honestly I couldn't have cared less. Of course I didn't tell her that. She was just trying to get me back into the dating world, but the last thing I needed was a date, or even another friend. To clarify, you were all those things, but I only caught glimpses. Like when you would talk to B. I knew you couldn't stand me at first. I think it's because you sensed I was putting on some face, even if you didn't know it was consciously. You were right. I'm a people pleaser. I tell everyone what they want to hear. I was just going through some motions, like I was in constant autopilot, just doing what I thought I should do. As twisted as it is, I found that part of you so intriguing. How you were constantly waiting for me to fuck up. I'm sure I would have eventually if I didn't care. If I kept just doing what I thought I should do, but I really liked you. The part was genuine, and soon everything I did was. I started to feel something, anything. I didn't know, of course, how much I actually liked you. By the time I realized I was falling, it was too late. I figured if I told you, you'd tell me to get lost, and I could continue doing what I've been doing. Or sulking, or barely existing. But when you returned my feelings, I knew that I had to make this work. Whatever it was, I couldn't lose you, even as a friend. The only person who ever made me feel that way, fear of losing them, was Eli. Then why all the weird shit all this morning? I think you were more experienced than me. Huh? You've had more sexual partners than me, right? I don't know. How many do you have? One. You said that you played every card up your sleeve in order to keep me from finding out about my surprise party. Did that include sex this morning? No, that's not what I meant when I said that, but I can see how you might have thought that. That explains that horrible look you gave earlier. I just take sex pretty seriously. You don't have to, but I just feel like it needed to be special. I don't know, maybe it's stupid. No, not at all. It makes perfect sense. I just wish he would have said that. I mean, he kinda did tell you that, you idiot. I thought you were disgusted by me or something.
I don't know how I held back.
No, not even a little bit. I'm sorry. Truth is, I don't know how I held back.
I guess I was just scared shitless at the thought of losing you.
Shay. I'm so sorry. Please, don't apologize. I could have asked. I was just being stupid.
You're not stupid, Chris.
I am. I just blew up at you on your birthday at your birthday party. You got gifts and friends and food all waiting for you, and because I got self-conscious, I spied on you guys and caused this whole scene over nothing. If I just trusted you, if I just loved you like I know I do, then
Oh. That makes sense. Alright, I get it. Everything he says, every action he's taken, every word he said, I know it's true. I know that even if he's a smooth-talking guy, a people-pleaser, this near-perfect specimen, I know better than anyone just what he means. It's too real, too raw. He's bared his soul to me, and I know, now more than ever, that I fucked up. Not just this time, but every time I ever doubted him before. I overreacted. I was wrong. And though that feeling was horrible, how I said he was dead to me, all those awful feelings I unleashed, I wished he'd suffer for the rest of his life because he wronged me. How much seething anger I harbored. How quick I was to lash out the slightest hint of something going wrong. I really didn't deserve someone like him. He liked me from the beginning? How? Somehow everything he said is both surprising and makes perfect sense. He was always so reserved. It was because he knew. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Sorry for the weird cut, technical difficulties. My computer's storage space pretty much stopped OBS from recording, so hopefully we can continue recording and hopefully I can finally continue recording and end this episode properly. You know? So let's just continue here. Well, he was right. It all leads back to me. But he knew that. He still wanted to be with me. Not just as a friend. He really is some masochist. Man, I really...
I love you.
Shay, I love you. I give up. No more clever responses, no more questions. I surrender. This is some act, some prank, then consider me got. I don't care if some camera crew is lying in wait. I love Shay. Whether he is some villain or not, I love him. I won't go another day denying it. I love him. Does this mean you're going to stop running? I have to have a laugh. What a response. I yield. He takes a hesitant step towards me. You love me? Yeah, I really do.
Well, sorry to break it to you, but I loved you first.
I don't know why. I don't need a reason. He gives me a gentle, swift kiss. I'm glad you listened. You really scared me there. Alright, it's okay. It's just cause you love me, right? Yeah, so much. Then I can't blame you. I'd have done the same thing. He reaches for me and I hold on to him like I'm dangling off a cliff. Then I sob. There in the torrential downpour, I cry on his shoulder. and he just holds me till I calm down. I'm so relieved. I didn't manage to screw this up. The perfect thing we've got going. I'm so glad everything turned out alright. I'm so happy that I'm in love again. And although it's terrifying, horrible even, I don't fear what's to come. I don't care if all this is ruined tomorrow. Right now, this is a perfect moment. I'm going to trust Shay with everything I have, including my heart. He grabs my face and I see tears forming in his eyes. I love you. Oh, these two. This is probably why I can't stand romantic dramas, because they do stuff like that and then they just make it up like this. Like, it makes me cry every time and I don't know why. These two deserve each other. I kiss him. It's messy, wild. My hands are in soaked hair, his arms around my waist, hands up on my hips, pulling me up to better kiss him. That must not have been enough though, because he lifts me up. My legs wrap around me and I kiss him like my life depends on it. I love you, I say between our kisses. I can't say it out into his mouth, into his eyes, and hopefully into his soul. Making up for every time I didn't before. I say it to wash away every horrible thing I thought I said to him. Hopefully with every kiss, with every I love you, and with every day I can undo all the wrong. I love him just like he deserves. And in turn, learn to love myself the way he loves me. For the first time I believe I can be in love and live for myself. I have Shay to thank for that, and everything in between. Oh God, this was wow. Okay, this was honestly a bit of a whirlpool of emotions for one episode. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and stop here for now, and we'll be continuing off on chapter 18, once and for all. Just living is not enough. One must have sunshine, freedom, and a little flower. Hans Christian Anders. Anyways, we'll continue in the next part on chapter 18. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to leave a like, comment what you think, share this video with your friends, and be sure to subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss a single notification. I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye!
You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason.